Good morning, YouTube. Well, today, Carson and I are visiting International Paper's John Dillon Park. And I was the manager here for the first 3 years. So we're going to look around, and that was starting 15 years ago. So we're going to look around and walk some of the trails and see what's changed. He won't know. He was here when he was 2. All right, so let's take a walk around the trails. One of the cool features of the park is it's totally off-grid. So the Welcome Center, this is the solar array for the Welcome Center. And there's a couple miles of trails, so we're gonna go down this one. This is the upper trail, and they're all like this. Crushed gravel and gentle sloping. It's all, the park is the first, as far as I know, the fully accessible wilderness park. So you're actually out in the wilderness, but anybody of any ability can be able to get around because of these trails. And there's a few well, we'll show you some of the other features. So there's lean-tos. They got a couple here, and they most of them have ramps so that people with wheelchairs, or I'd like to think of wheeled citizens, can get in and out of the easily. There's some of them have fold down beds. There's bear boxes for your food. I think we're going to pass some of those in a little bit on one of the other shelters. So in addition to the lean-tos, I can't take you and show you them because there are people staying in them, but there's this Grampus Lake viewing area. Which has not changed since we scattered my wife's ashes here. But this is a great spot to just sit and check out the lake. And there's the boat that we'll be taking out later. And there's hopefully, oh, there's one. There's a couple. I don't know if you can see them right there. There's a couple of loons. So that must be the resident couple. They dive under like that. One that just disappeared and going under catching fish.
Look, I went in the middle.
And they're both gone. And then it's, where are they going to pop up?
Yeah, that's the cool part.
Because they pop up far away from where, because they basically fly underwater, use their wings to scoot along and chase fish.
And eat them.
It's good to see that they built an outhouse down here at the tent area. And I'll just show you see what they got. And nice and big, got a composting toilet in here. Motion detecting light. So, and this is right across from the tent area. That probably doesn't get used all that much, but does have one of the original benches, the first staff when we built these, and a nice big fire ring with a swing grate. And they do supply you firewood, which is nice. But then there's a box with information in it. So, like I said, the bear boxes that food,
Let's see how much
It slides over. So you can put your food in here and be able to shut it. Glad to see that they welded it. We didn't have a welder to begin with. And the garbage goes out there. Same thing. Keep the critters out of your food and your garbage. And we're gonna keep walking around.
Oh no! Shot.
It's a nice little boardwalk that I remember gets real slippery when it's wet.
What kind of
Or at least it did the first year, because it rained all the time.
Okay.
But
I'm trying to ask Grandpa, okay?
so this trail, you notice, is narrower, and it goes back 2.5 miles to Handsome Pond. And it's narrower because it doesn't get used as much as the ones up in the main area. The Handsome Pond, they said 2.5 miles out, there's 2 lean-tos, and everything that is here is just, if people want to get even farther back into the woods, this would be the way to go. And the only access is by this trail. There's no way for the guests to drive out there. So we're not going to walk all the way out because we don't feel like doing a 5-mile round trip before lunch. But there's some nice stuff along the way. One of the cool features along here is that they've got this bridge across a little stream, and the trail crew that built this did a great job. They built the boardwalk, they built all this stuff, but when you get a little waterfall over here, when there's water's running a little stronger than it is, but nice little stream feeds into the lake, and the trail keeps going this way. I think we're going to walk out to where there's a boardwalk that goes through this low area. Smile, pretend you're having a good time. Yes, just Carson and I went out on a boat ride, and turns out this boat used to be electric, but now you got a gas engine because the electric just wasn't really working out. It worked great for the first couple of years, but it wore out. Just wasn't worth trying to keep getting it going, but that's fine. It's still a cool boat ride. That tree right there used to have a huge osprey nest on it until it got so big it crashed down. Well, we wandered around almost all the trails, and I'm really happy that John Dillon Park is thriving, and that some of the stuff we built 15 years ago is still here, and the improvements that they've made along the way are ones that we could see coming in the future way back then. You know, things that just the design, the idea was there, but the design was a little off, and now they've done that to fix some of that problem. Anyway, we're gonna have some lunch and then decide what to do next, other than definitely ice cream.
Get started.
Okay, hi everybody. Well, we're down here at Long Lake, and there's 3 places to choose from for ice cream. But we came here to Custard's Last Stand because I used to come here all the time. And the other place is across the way. That's the park. And right next door is Stewart's. But there's also Hosses, which we're going to go to, which is a really cool North Country kind of store. But we're here for the ice cream. So let's see how this one is. And start up with the cherries. Good cherry.
Yeah.
Looks like a real hot fudge. But we're going to enjoy this, and then we'll come back to you and tell you what we think. Okay, so
We finished it.
yeah, well, we always finish the ice cream.
Yeah.
Contrary to the name of Custard's last stand, it's really soft serve. It's not custard. And although it was tasty, it was a little grainy, which tells me that it was a little bit colder, that it had frozen a little bit harder, or whatever had crystals, but it was still good. Real hot fudge, which was tasty, but nothing super. So what'd you think?
It was really good. I really think it set the bar a little high.
I don't know. I think the creamery at the beginning set the bar pretty high.
Yeah.
This was good. I mean, if you come down this way, it's definitely worth stopping here. So I guess that's about it for this one. And we'll take off now, and we'll see you tomorrow with another one.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, that's all my friends.